It's Tuesday late morning right now, but we did have, see if I can't get that to focus on me. I know I'm really badly backlit, but we did have a couple of hours of strike towers available. I was able to get a little bit of a recording, and as you can see on my screen, there are several strike towers within my house. They were what I call, I'm just going to call them gray because they're common, is the vernacular that I'm going to dub them until I know something otherwise, because I know that there are blue ones and that would coincide with a rare dinosaur. So I'm going to go that they're going to keep the same color coding for all of their events, their things of that nature. So strike towers are no different. As you can see, I'm headed towards one. There were reports of people battling the strike towers. It's the 3 levels, so you go 1, 2, and 3. After you defeat all 3, you actually win the battle and you claim the reward. You just had the one opportunity to battle these strike towers, and as you can see, it is encompassed around a supply drop. So you can either get the items off of the supply drop, or you can battle the strike tower, and it tells you its power players. Now I will say that on the iPhone X, the information button is covered up by the report button, so you can't really look at the information for this particular power players. But whenever you go to jump in to battle it, it's going to tell you what kind of dinosaurs you kind of want to use to defeat the strike tower. It also shows you your first opponent and what level your opponent is. I actually went ahead and went through and leveled up, or made a team specifically for this event, but then whenever I tried to go battle, it just kicked me out of the battle tower. Now, like I said, this happened after they had already closed the strike towers, because what was happening is people would battle it, then they would lose their trophies down to 3,000. So they put out an announcement that they're going to fix this. It's just a glitch, and they will be returning. In fact, by the time you see this video, they may have already returned your trophies to the previous state. But just know that it looks like strike towers are going to be in the game. They're supposed to be in the game today, and it looks like they were going to be in the game for 2 days. Now, you were only able to battle one, and then the rest of them would close off, very similar to the special event supply drops. Once you reach your max limit of dinosaurs for that particular session, they would still be there, you just wouldn't be able to dart them. It's very similar on these strike towers. You just had the one. With all that being said, it looks like they're going to fix it. I mean, they're going to fix it. Everything will go back to normal, and you will be able to battle these probably fairly quickly. I can't imagine that this is going to be a major fix for them, but it's good to know. I get asked a bunch, when are strike towers coming? And the answer is they're here, with an asterisk of sort of. Today I am in downtown Fullerton again, and I want to talk about spawn zones, but I don't know which spawn zone I'm talking about. You know, because of whatever title I put in the description, but when I've got here, I don't know. Now, I will tell you that the presence of an iguanodon and the presence of a Tujangosaurus leads me to believe that I am probably in habitat zone 3, although I have seen a Monolophosaurus spawning somewhere around here as well. It's not currently spawned, but that would indicate a habitat zone 4, so I'm not 100% sure which one I'm in. And I will tell you that this Ophiocodon at a special event supply drop is completely out of place. I'm gonna make my way over to the Tujangosaurus, since it is a rare class dinosaur, and see if I can't come up with any more conclusive evidence of what habitat zone I am in. We're over by the Tujangosaurus, so I'm definitely going to dart this. $136 DNA for this rare class dinosaur, which is a habitat zone 3 spawn that will allow me to take it up to level 11. We also have the addition of a second iguanodon showing up, so I'm going to go ahead and dart this, because mine is only at level 9. And while I'm not a huge advocate of just darting everything, and you probably should just dart everything, but I'm not a huge advocate of raising the level of just every dinosaur you come across, with the exception of if you have the opportunity to get a dinosaur to level 10, it doesn't really cost a lot as far as resources go. And on top of that, it helps you gain XP, and XP is very important because that means the higher your level, the more DNA you get per darting session. The more DNA you get per darting session, the higher and faster you can level up your important dinosaurs that you are going to use in battle. And like I mentioned, there is a Parasaurolophus here, and that would be a Habitat Zone 4. So this is the second one that I've seen. So I've seen 2 Habitat Zone 3 spawns and 2 Habitat Zone 4 spawns. Although the Habitat Zone 4 spawns were both the same dinosaur, I'm definitely going to dart Parasaurolophus because at level 15, it makes a very useful ingredient to a couple of different hybrids, and I'm very close to getting mine to level 15. This is not a dinosaur before the patch that I saw very often, although I think now you will find it significantly more common in the wild. So 152 DNA there, and we've got quite a ways to go still. But going back to the Tujangosaurus, it is actually part of 2 different hybrids. You have this Turomoloch and this Diorajasaur. And so I'm obviously, for a unique, you want level 20 there. I'm a long way off of that. And then for the Turomoloch, level 20 as well, also a unique dinosaur. So if you live in a Habitat Zone 3, make sure you are accumulating as much Tujangosaurus as possible. And this is a dinosaur that you are going to want to level up every opportunity that you get. Now, if you do want to hold on to your resources, you can actually wait until you're closer to getting this all the way up to level 20 in one go. But if you want to take it as it comes, then I would suggest evolving it or leveling it up as you go. This Triceratops Gen 2 is actually a day, dawn, dusk spawn for Habitat Zone 3, and then adjacent to that is another Iguanodon. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I will confirm that I am in a Habitat Zone 3. So let's talk about which dinosaurs. Ooh. And we have a 12-hour incubator to open. But let's open this, and then we will talk about which dinosaurs you can expect to find in a Habitat Zone 3. The dinosaurs that you can expect to find just any time around Habitat Zone 3 are going to be the common dinosaurs of Diplocalus, which used to be a Habitat Zone 2 spawn, the Iguanodon. Those are the only 2 commons that you're going to find all the time, day, night, dawn, dusk, in Habitat Zone 3. Now, as far as rare goes, you have 3 choices. You have Gorgosaurus, you have the Suchotator, and you have the Tujangosaurus. Now, as far as epics go, you are going to have the Monolophosaurus, the Spinosaurus Gen 2, and the Spinotauraptor. There's nothing super fancy or exciting about this Triceratops Gen 2. In fact, it has no hybrids, and it was one of the first dinosaurs that was available on the special event supply drops, and it may have actually been the first one. But what is unique about it is that while it spawns at gas stations, and that's previously the only place that you could find it, it is now a day, dawn, and dusk Habitat Zone 3 spawn, and it is joined by the rare dinosaur of Erlikosaurus Gen 2 and the epic dinosaur of Erlikosaurus. As I was walking around the block and turned off my phone because it was getting a little bit hot and then started to back up, I noticed strike towers are back in the game. So I'm actually going to head over there to the nearest strike tower, and we will go over those as we originally anticipated doing for today's video. So just forget everything that you saw at the beginning of this video. But I do want to wrap up my thoughts on Habitat Zone 3, and that is the one dinosaur that I'm not going to see because it's the daytime, is Carnosaurus. And the reason why I'm not going to find that one out right now is because it is a dawn, dusk, night spawn. So if you're hunting during the day, you're kind of out of luck on that. I am within distance to battle the strike tower as long as my phone doesn't overheat. I've already set up my team. It suggests that you use Dimetrodon and its cousins or fast dinos like raptors. Remember, you're going to choose 3, so I'm going to do the Metrodon, post-Metrodon. I'm going to break out my, I don't remember, I think that's Charlie and Blue. I could use Velociraptor, but because this is going to be a level 3 dinosaur and there's just one, there's really no risk of losing to it. It's 4-on-1. My dinosaurs should be leveled up high enough to knock them out. Now, the one thing that I don't know is there are 2 types of strike towers. There's Daybreak and then there's Night something, Nightfall maybe. Let's see, I could just go Pounce, or I could go this Nullifying Impact. We're just gonna go Pounce right off the bat. And I've never seen the one that's not Daybreak. And that was pretty quick work to take out the first tower boss, we'll call it. Pretty easy stuff, especially if you have dinosaurs that are leveled up at all. I'm gonna get 100 coins for that. And we are going to jump right back in for battle number 2. And it's only allowing me 1 loss, which is different. So now I have 2 dinosaurs, but I'm just gonna roll with the same team. In the beta version, you could get 3 strikes, and I'm only seeing 1 strike. And then to go back to what I was saying is I've never seen the strike tower that wasn't Daybreak. And since I know that our boy Charlie here can one-hit KO a level 3, they're gonna open with Eniosaurus, which is fine. It's only a level 4. Again, at being the common level strike tower, I don't anticipate anybody, no matter how new you are to the game, will really struggle with this. Where you could run into a little bit of trouble is if you are brand new to the game and all you really have are level 1 and level 2 dinosaurs, you might struggle a little bit, but then again, you do have a 4-on-2 situation. Pounce is going to one-hit KO, and then we are going to get a little mini incubator. I can't wait to get some of these other raptors up higher and use them in league. So we have 2 wins, and for that we get a little incubator. 200 coins, 5 darts, 103 common Diplocalus DNA, and 11 Diplocalus Gen 2 rare DNA. So it's not like game-changing rewards for this entry-level strike tower, but you definitely wouldn't expect it to be, since this is just level 1. Like, this is a common tier of the strike towers. So we are going up against 3 dinosaurs. You know, just for a change, we're gonna let Blue have a little bit of fun. We already know Charlie can take them both out without much problem. Gonna go ahead and do our Pounce first. That took out half of his health. Her health. I think, no. We can't knock it out. So we'll just throw up our oh, we're gonna get stunned, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out anyways. No particular reason why. Actually, yeah, we're just gonna swap out. We'll put the Metrodon in there. And this will be a one-hit KO for sure. Although it is a level 5 dinosaur this time. I think it was only level 4 in the previous round. The Dilophosaurus is now level 4, whereas before it was level 3. This should be a one-hit KO, especially for a critical attack. And then just for fun, we will swap out against the Iguanodon, and we'll put in Post-Metrodon, just so everybody gets a little bit of action. Level 6 for the Iguanodon, and it's about to get really loud, and I'm sorry. Luckily they're going the other way. And it wasn't a one-hit KO. We will use our defense shattering impact, and that is going to complete the first strike tower. 3 wins. That is the upper reward. You can't go any higher than the 3 wins. And I believe you are only going to get 1 opportunity for this go round. 500 coins, 10 darts this time, 259 common DNA, which is Diplocaulus again, and then 27 Tujangosaurus DNA of the rare variety. So there you go. Those are your strike towers. Now you know what spawns in Habitat Zone 3. The only thing left to do is to stop teasing you with this rare incubator. So let's open this thing. This is the 12-hour variety, and I do know that I am about to embark on my 9 straight 8-hour incubators off of the rotation. So 1874 Velociraptor, 1040 Apatosaurus, 456 Postosuchus, I will take that. Nice, 122 Spinosaurus rare DNA. So the spawns weren't the best for today's video, but it was good enough that I could accurately depict which habitat zone I'm in. And when you know which dinosaurs to look for, it's not hard to tell which zone you are in. As the days of this week continue to roll on, I will definitely cover habitats 1, 2, and 3. I've got some other things that I want to work on as well. Let me know what you think about the strike towers, and let me know if they reset your trophies to where they were if you were able to battle the strike tower before and you were deducted or reduced in your trophies down to the 3,000. Let me know if they replaced all those for you. That's all I've got for today, so until next time.